So today I'm going to be bringing you a quick guide on how you can unlock the Woodland Wordsmith pawn specialization in Dragon's Dogma 2, or essentially how you can be able to speak Elvish. You can of course give this to your main pawn as a tome when you complete this little side quest type thing that we're going to walk through in today's video, and that will teach you how to speak to the elves when you reach this location on the map that you can see me in now, which is of course the Sacred Arbor. This is a very cool location. It is located here on the map. So in respective, I'm going to zoom out so you can see. From Vernworth Capital, you're basically going to the top left side of the map. Now, it's worth noting that from Harve or from Vernworth is around the similar travel time. You're going to go up this main road here. You're going to make your way to this section of the map. You need to cross over here at one of these two bridges. And then you go towards the left, forward to the top here, across over the river around this part, and then make your way towards the left. Now, you might also be able to cross over the river earlier on, get yourself into the Malachite Forest. From that, there will be some enemies, but you'll be able to follow a twisting pathway. You'll start to see the elven style of building and sort of tree walkways. You go up this little walkway here, and that will be a spiral round, take you up this middle pathway, and all the way down you can then just walk into Sacred Arbor. What I would strongly recommend when you first get here, if you haven't already got a pawn that has the Woodland Wordsmith active, to make this easier for yourself, you can of course go into the Rift and grab one. So you simply interact with the Rift Stone that is in the area. Now you can go onto any of these sections and have a little look. You can search them by ID or whatever, but one I like to do is just main pawns, acquaintances. Go over to Specialization and Quest and just look for one that has a Woodland Wordsmith. Now obviously this one's 1300 Rift Crystals, but there will be others in here that are not that many, and if you can't find them in here, simply go into the ones that are around and have a little look. You can flip over at the top here so you can see what they have on Specialization and Quest. You can see on PC it's Q and E. And then you can see at the top, so you can have a look through all of these and see if you can find a Woodland Wordsmith 1. Now, for this quest, what you're going to need is 3 bunches of flowers. Now, these can be obtained by combining Noon Bloom with Moon Glow, Sun Bloom with Moon Glow, and Sun Bloom with Noon Bloom. Now, this is quite important because you can find Sun Bloom in the front of the Arbor Heart, actually inside Sacred Arbor, and there's plenty of Moon Glow growing in the nearby Malachite Forest. And you can actually combine these in your inventory. So if we go to the top here, you can see I've got Sunbloom and I've got 5 Moon Glow. So we'd go on here, we'd click Combine, and we'd go Sunbloom with the Moon Glow, and that will make us a bunch of flowers. So if you are in need of them, you need to have 3 for this quest. Go ahead and grab those. Now you can see here where I am on the map, these are actually the Sunbloom flowers, just sort of to the right hand side of the Arbor Heart statue and kind of building there. So again, you can easily gather these to make your bunches of flowers, which is going to be really important. Now the NPC that you want to head over to is Grisha, who is the armorer here. So you basically, when you come into Sacred Arbor, you'll come down this ramp and then you go in on the leftmost bridge. You go across here, and you do want to go all the way across this bridge and head over to Grisha. Now, if you haven't got an Elvish speaking friend with you, like I haven't here, you haven't got anyone with Woodland Wordsmith active, that's fine, because actually all we need to do is interact with the NPC and click Give Gift. You're going to give her a bunch of flowers, so you can go ahead and do this, click Yes. She's going to say she likes that in Elvish, and then basically you want to go to the inn, rest the day, and do this again. So the inn, if you head back towards the middle segment, is the rightmost bridge. You go across here. Now, of course, you can just sit on the bench if you want to save money as well. So for the purposes of this, I'll show you how that works. You go on here, you doze off, and you wait until the following day. Then when the next day dawns, you simply run back across the opposite side of this circle, back to Grisha, give her another bunch of flowers, and then wait another day and do the same thing. Find your bunches of flowers, give the item as a gift. Fantastic. And then go and wait for another day and do the same thing. And then for a third time, you want to give her another bunch of flowers. And then you want to wait for one more day and then go back and speak to her, and she should actually give you the Woodland Wordsmith tome. As you can see there, she will just approach you and give you the Woodland Wordsmith tome, and that means that you then have access to this. If you go into your inventory, click on items and go over here to the lantern looking icon, which is the Implements tab, you will then see that you have Woodland Wordsmith's tome available for you, which grants a pawn the Woodland Wordsmith specialization, allowing those in the pawn's company to comprehend Elvish, so it works for your whole party, and this is a really great addition to your team. Now, a couple of quick things to mention just at the end of the video here then. The travel over here, if you are a lower level, can be particularly challenging, but feel free to run past some of the enemies if you do need to do so. On your way up here, there is just some goblins, some of the lurkers, some ogres. I actually actually encountered the Chimera as well, so you can actually run past these enemies if they are going to be too challenging for you, but it is quite a lot of fun to make your way over. You can go from Vernworth or you can go from Harve Village. Either of these locations will get you there. However, I do believe that Vernworth is a slightly more direct path, so I would probably recommend that one. You can try and play it lucky if you want to and take the ox cart to the checkpoint rest town and hope to get stopped around halfway so that you're almost there, but to be honest, this hasn't happened for me a couple of times in trying it, and so just running there was actually quicker in the end. It's also worth noting that if you have a look at Vernworth area and just outside the merchant's quarter here, opposite where Roderick's smithery is, you will actually find an Elvish NPC. If you follow this quest line along without too many spoilers, you will eventually end up going to Sacred Arbor as part of that quest line. So if you are newer to the game and you haven't done that yet, you could also join that in with actually what you're doing here and do that quest whilst you're heading over, and that way you'll be able to get the tome and complete a quest all in one go. Now, of course, as with all of these guides, I've shared with you on how to get each of the pawn specializations that I've worked out so far in Dragon's Dogma 2. If you do actually redeem the Woodland Wordsmith tome, it will replace whichever specialization your pawn currently has. Right now, I have got Forager, and as you can see, there's no way to click on this and change that up. I actually had Logistician, swapped it to Forager because it's been more useful for me, but there's not a way to change back to the one you previously had. You would have to get another tome, so do bear that in mind, that it is going to replace the one that you currently have active. You can only have one specialization active, but it is very, very useful if you are in the Elvish area, as it will allow you to navigate the shops and the inns and all of that other good stuff pretty easily. And the Elvish Armoury is very, very nice, especially if it's your first run through. You can get some very, very good items from this armoury from Grisha, who we've just been talking to for this quest, so it might be worth looking into. That is going to be it for this quick guide on how you can get hands-on with the Woodland Wordsmith pawn specialization. If you have found the video useful, please do drop me a like and a subscribe down below. Both those things massively help out the channel, so I'd really appreciate it, and I will catch you again very, very shortly in a brand new upload. So take care and peace.